Okay, day. I'm a sound check real quick. Let's see if this is okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stick your in the beehive. Raconte-moi des choses, Coco.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, buongiorno, tip of the tip and the lips and the tongue, hello.
You might have to speak just a teeny bit louder, but I think it will come once you get excited about the game. Right?
Es posible.
It's possible. No, it's going to
Es
happen.
posible.
It's going to happen.
Es posible. Es posible.
Right. Jack and Pop, we're going to review Rematch. Okay?
Woo!
As you can see from the stream, this is eine Arcade, an arcade football game where you control one player. Where I am now, it's free play area, okay? Which means there's nobody here. It looks like the lobbies from the old FIFA games. And current FIFA games too?
There's shit tons of people playing
yeah,
that.
you can... Yeah, we're doing a review, but you can join if you want in the game part. Yeah, we're doing a review of the game. So, please, Monsieur Jacques, tell us your experience with arcade football players. Football games,
Arcade
sorry.
football players.
Arcade football games, sorry.
They're nasty. No, but well, I mean, I don't know that I have as much as you do, possibly, but I mean, probably my first contact was, I'm gonna say probably FIFA Street, like way back when.
FIFA Street,
which
okay.
was the same concept, sorta, in a way. But no, in any case, the biggest names that I remember playing would be Sega Soccer Slam, which I played with you quite a bit. And also Mario Strikers Charged Football, both for the GameCube and the Wii. Those were my big ones of the genre, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and I still think they're amazing nowadays to play. And before this one that both you and me played a lot was Captain Tsubasa, which was absolutely fantastic.
When did that release, Captain Tsubasa?
Well, we played it in 2020. It might have been released for a year or two before. Maybe? I don't know how old it is.
I love that game. What is Captain Tsubasa, if people don't understand or don't know?
For people who didn't grow up in the 80s and 90s, I guess. Basically, Captain Tsubasa is, well, the game is based off an anime with the same name, Captain Tsubasa, which is about a football player that does some fucking insane gameage, basically with some superpowers, you know, the whole anime, like, let's call it the Dragon Ball of soccer, if you will.
Did you say soccer?
And yeah.
Motherfucker.
Dude, don't shut up. You know
You're
what I mean.
literally in Europe right now. You're in a country where football is beyond religion. How dare you? Soccer. Sorry, I interrupted.
Because I hate football to begin with, so I mean I don't have a problem with that.
Shunga.
Bruh. Shunga. Yeah, because you love football so much.
I mean, it's you know, let's just say it's into my software a little bit growing up. But yeah, I don't like football. I don't love it as I used to. I could not name you 3 players in our national squad, to be honest, besides the obvious one. Maybe I could name 3 or 4, but not more than that. You know.
Well, you're better off than me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's my experience with football arcade games. I would definitely say Mario Strikers Charged Football was the original one that got me into the genre because I played a lot of it, like a lot of it. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Right. I myself have played an unconventional football game in the 90s called Liberto Grande International. I found the name of the game, which is a football game for the PlayStation, where you control a single player as well. So this kind of reminded me of that as well. But of course, this is a lot more, you know, it's updated, it's modern, it's more complex even, I would say, to a certain degree. And how do you feel about Sifu? Did you play Sifu?
Very, very, very little. I might have played about 2 hours of the game or something.
Okay.
I thought it was very well done. I thought the gameplay was very interesting. It's just really not gripping enough for me, personally. But very enjoyable. Seemed very well developed and choreographically speaking. The kung fu was off the charts. It was pretty decent. So can't fault the game. But again, I don't have enough time on it to be able to give it a proper review.
Right. This dev,
Because
developed a brawler game, Sifu, that is very, very good. And I can see some of the physics into this game, actually.
I can see some of the art style, definitely.
Yeah, art style too. A bit more minimalistic, right?
Sure. I mean, if you're going to make a massively multiplayer game, you're going to want to go a little bit more minimal.
Yeah. So I just started, for now, a 4v4 game. There's 3v3, 4v4, and 5v5. This is not a conventional 11-on-11 game, obviously. And there's also no offside rule, which we can take advantage of, much like many other arcade football games.
Alright.
In my experience, as we were talking about before, my favorite of all time is Sega Soccer Slam. It hasn't been remastered because it needs not be remastered, in my opinion.
It needs not.
It needs not. It could be.
It still would be great.
Yeah, just a little HD up-res remaster would be nice. But it's really, really good. But this is a new thing. At first, I'm gonna be honest, when we both tried this game, you're the one who told me to get on it. I knew about the game, but I wasn't too sure. And you kind of pushed me to do it. As people will see, how did you find it, like, hands-on first few minutes of experience?
This game?
Yes, this one particularly, yeah.
So, I mean, for me, it's, well, the first feeling I get is that I'm playing Rocket League. That's the first feeling I get grabbing this game. It's like, okay, this is actual football, but it is Rocket League. I do feel like the controls are not as intuitive as I would have liked them to be. They're a little bit further from what I'm used to as far as
too complex or not enough
controls go. Not that it's too complex. I feel like the way that they're organized, so to say, the way that you interact with or the shooting or the dribbling or whatever is not necessarily the best way. And the thing that really knocked me out a little bit out of it is the fact that you aim with the camera, which is very counterintuitive, having played a million football games where you aim with the left stick. You aim with what you walk. But then again, I mean, oops, sorry. But I feel like it has so much potential, and the fact that it is addictive, like, very much. You just want to keep playing. You're like, oh, one more match. So they got that feeling really, really, really down, I feel. So, and I think that after a few hours of play, you do get accustomed to the controls, but I do feel like that's the big drawback as an initial contact to the game, personally. What about you? What's your opinion?
Well, my take is, well, first things that I like, as people can see right now, you can play as the goalkeeper. You rotate, right? What I really liked about the game at first is I like the pacing of the game. Like, it can be fast-paced sometimes or a bit slower-paced other times. The controls, I agree with you, in the sense that it makes sense when you're far back. It's easy to aim where you want to shoot, obviously.
Sure.
Although it's a bit like, you know, at first, it wasn't obvious to find out which face buttons correspond to certain actions, because we grew up playing a lot of football games, right? So the reflexes are there.
I mean,
I
okay,
will-
let me stop you there.
Yeah?
You might have grown up playing a lot of football
Right,
games.
I did. But even like,
not.
even with friends and stuff, right?
Sure,
Like,
sure.
you move with the joystick or the D-pad, and then the face buttons, so to say. That's what you use for passing and stuff. I think it would be easier if someone would play this with a computer. Although I don't. Oof, got tackled. I don't know if you're supposed to play this with the mouse. If you're on PC, I mean, we are, but we're playing with a controller.
I don't think so. And I think this really is optimized for controller. I mean,
I think so as well. I think it probably plays better with a controller. So I'll equate it to. Do you remember? So fighting games you play with face buttons, right? Generally speaking.
sure.
Do you remember those boxing games from EA that came back, that showed up back in the day?
The boxing
like,
game.
Yeah, like
you don't mean like
Fight Night
UFC and shit.
Champion. No, like proper boxing games, where you had to punch using the analog sticks. You know,
I never played those.
you never played
games,
those, yeah. So
but-
that's kind of how I felt playing this the first time. Like, you have to basically rewire your reflexes whilst playing this game.
Sure.
But you get used to it. You know, it's a bit like Rocket League. I will say the first few minutes, the first hour that you're playing Rocket League is kind of rough, to be honest, because you have to learn to control the car.
The car.
The car. But after that, it's a lot of fun, right? And I do feel
Sure.
that with this game as well. So controls-wise, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Can be challenging at first, but still worth it. But I do agree with you in a sense that I think it needs a little bit of work, or at least an option where you can change the controls
Yeah.
to cater to that crowd that can aim. The part that's confusing, right, is that when you're shooting, yeah, you aim with the camera to shoot the ball at the goal to score.
Yeah, but to pass, you don't.
Exactly. When you want to pass, you actually
You
use
aim
the
with
body.
left stick.
You aim with the
Yeah.
left stick, and that can be confusing. You have to get used to
It's
it.
very confusing because you're getting used to one thing, and then they're like, no, but it's the other way, and it's like, okay, bro, listen,
Yeah.
don't do this to me. You know?
Exactly.
But I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, game's fun. Even though it's fully released, it still feels very much like it's early access type situation. There is a lot of
Yeah.
space.
Early
for,
days.
Absolutely. There's a lot of space for upgrades, updates, whatever you want to call it. And I do feel like they can really make it something very, very good. But it will take some time, and it'll take feedback from the community, obviously. You were talking about the pacing of the game.
Hmm.
For people who didn't notice, you can select in the beginning of the match if you want to do 3v3, 4v4, or 5v5. Now, I do feel like the pacing of the game changes depending on what you choose to do there. Because 3v3 is going to be very intense and very fast-paced. 5v5 is a lot slower. And 4v4 is the balance mode. Like, that's sort of how I see it from the times we've played. I do feel like 5v5 games go very slowly. Sometimes I go into overtime, or sometimes there's like 0 goals or 1 goal max, because people are very... there's a lot of people on the field, and people work more with the positioning. 4v4, it's just balanced. And 3v3, it's just 3 people, so you really have to move fast and do shit very fast. So yeah, that's my experience with this. Just because you were talking about the pacing before. Ooh, that was nice.
Yeah.
But
No
yeah,
goals scored so
so-
far.
No. Wow, bro, we're talking, we're
Ah.
doing things, you know.
You got this, bro. Oh,
I thought that was it. Um, but yeah. Now, so who do you think this game would be for?
I think this game would be. So we're playing on Game Pass, right?
Yeah.
And I think you have to buy the game, if I'm correct. This game is for sale.
It's for sale right now. I think it's down from 16 to 15 or something like that. It's very, very small sale.
So it's
Although the
cheap.
game itself is not expensive. Yeah.
Okay, it's cheap. It's good.
I'm talking euros. I don't know in
Mhm.
other parts of the world how much it's going for. But yeah.
I think it's about. Yeah, I think it's a fair price for the game. Let's go ranked so people can see 5v5. I think that if this game eventually clicks with people and goes into, like, I don't know, year 2, still ongoing, because it's a live service game, obviously can't play offline.
Yeah, that is
and-
something that I would like them to change. I would like them to give me the option of playing with bots, honestly.
Yeah,
But I don't think they will. But yeah, that would have been nice, because that was one of the great things about Rocket League is you can still play offline and develop your own game, so to say.
Yeah.
Outside of the stress of matchmaking all the time.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah.
I was just gonna say that I think that if this game was even a little bit popular and became free to play, where you just buy, you know, customizables and all that, I think it could be a huge success, like a cultural phenomenon like Rocket League was. And the only thing I'm a little bit worried about is that if it doesn't catch on, then we're stuck with a live service game that they'll have to bury eventually, you know? And that worries me a little bit, because you know how it is with these types of games, sometimes it's a fad, right?
Yeah.
It's very popular for a bit and then it's just not anymore.
Yeah, well, that's why people should sign the Stop Killing Games initiative going around the EU right now.
Yeah, I shared that the other day on Discord. I hope that people did sign that.
Shout out to that for all you gamers out there.
Yeah. But back to Rematch. This could be a next Rocket League, because I think it's very friendly even for people who didn't grow up with football or don't play football or don't know the rules that well. There's some basic knowledge, especially when you play 5v5, right? Of like having to play, how to play as a team and knowing your role in a team.
Yeah.
Like it's better if you're actually familiar with the game. Ooh, yeah,
Nice.
Nice. That helps, but then eventually you also get into it, right? As you can see, the ball doesn't get out of bounds. There's no corners, no offside, no fouls, right? So it really is a fun arcade football game. I think it's very good. Now, one of the, what do you call it, downsides of this game, in my opinion, is that I'm not sure it's available to a lot of people. I think that this game could do really well, and I mean like phenomenally well, if it transitioned to mobile or tablet. Yeah, because
well, again, it's still early in the development,
is.
So it might be a thing. You know,
it might be a thing at some point. Phones are getting ridiculously powerful to play games, and I'm just saying this because I know that I live in Thailand, right? I know that there's many countries in the world, especially in Asia, Africa, and all that, where most gaming and most gamers are actually mobile gamers. They play on their phones or on their tablets because people, you know, use it for school or for as a working tool or whatever.
Sure.
And I think it could be a big thing, but I don't know if it could be able to run on hardware like that.
I'm sure it could, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, Rocket League runs on mobile, doesn't it?
I don't think so.
Or at least on, what's it called?
iOS, iPads?
iPads, yeah. I think so.
Oof.
Or tablets, just in general. I think it does run on it. I mean, I could be
should
wrong,
check that.
but I think so.
But yeah, so it's that type of situation. what I love about this game is that it does, you know, feel that little. It's cracked, right? This game is
Absolutely.
one more game. Come on, just one more game. We
It's
can
one
do
of
this.
those, yes.
It's one of those. You can spend hours in this, and it doesn't feel like it.
100%, yeah. Nice.
Ooh.
It's good shot, good shot.
So, what do you wish that they did to improve this game?
Fuck.
If you had to just send the devs some feedback, what would you tell them?
If I had to send them some feedback, well,
My bad.
I would really like a thing to lock the camera to lock on the ball, the same way that you have for Rocket League. You have that option, and an option to aim without it always being with the right stick. Although I do recognize that the more you play, the more you get used to it. So I don't know. That, and again, the being able to play with bots. I do think that it would bring something to it, honestly. Like playing offline so you can practice a bit, and you know, like, I just find that as a person that doesn't necessarily play that much online, having the possibility of playing games offline for me is always a plus. Aside from that, I don't know, I just think that people have to keep going, keep doing things, trying their best to like better the game, but right now it's still very fresh, still very green, so let's see what happens. But that's pretty much it as far as notes go. I don't think I have anything else particularly that I would like need changed at the moment. Just, you know, like, let the game evolve at its pace, see where it goes, do what you guys are doing. You guys are doing great with this. It's fantastic.
So, are you satisfied with it?
I'm satisfied with it. The thing is, I play it, and it gives me the, like, it quenches my thirst for these sort of games, yes. As in, like, yeah, it fills that crack void, if you will.
The crack
But at the
void.
same time, it doesn't make me want to grab it every time. Like, sometimes I'm like, I'll play the game, and then I'm like, but do I really want to play the game? It's still not satisfying enough that it gives me that vibe yet. But for example, playing it with you, yes, like grabbing it with a friend. Playing it on my own, it still doesn't give me enough. It's like, nah, okay, yeah, sure. You know? But yeah, what about you?
I think it's a really cool casual game, right? And it does fall into that window where you can play it for 15 minutes, or you can play it for 2 hours, depending. And I like that the matchmaking is pretty decent, generally speaking, you know. So far we haven't encountered, like, we haven't had like that many huge mismatches, right?
No, but the game is still very, very easy.
Exactly. So I think also other people are learning to play this game. I just wonder if maybe a year down the line, the skill gap will be too much for new players, you know?
Well, but that's where the ranking comes in, you know.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's the same with Rocket League. Rocket League has how many seasons,
Sure.
and there's still people coming into the game nowadays. You know, I mean,
That's true.
that's fine. Games are prepared for that in that sense, if they are well loved and played by different people. I don't think that that's inherently a problem. I do think that, like, for example, I have played with people that I'm like, oh my god, you must have already put in like 200 hours or more into this game because you fuck me. But yeah, aside from that, it really shows that you have to play as a team to win this, honestly, because if you solo it, you might. Oh shit! Sorry, my bad.
It's okay.
Dude, I can't talk
Nah,
to
it's
review
fine.
and focus on this.
It's okay.
Fucking Captain Bison over here. Jesus. But yeah. Yeah, that's it. I don't. Losing ranked matches really sucks, man, because you lose your. You lose
The
points.
progress. Well, that's
Yeah,
life,
like
man. That's how it
I'm
is.
I'm back to Silver Division 3 now. God damn it.
I'm in Bronze Division 1. Bugger off.
I don't know what you want me to say. I just know that we suck. On the team, we're the worst ones, bro.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking at the same time. It's just a show-off thing. Yeah, you do need some focus when you're playing this game. Um, so yeah, the game also offers like some customization. You can change the appearance of your character and all that. And
Did you put someone else in our squad, by the way?
yeah, I did. Yeah, I added someone ninja.
Okay.
You know. But yeah, so this is Rematch. I highly recommend it if you like arcade sports games, or if you enjoy having games that you can play for small increments of time and then just go do something else later. I'm curious to see where this is going. I'm very much enjoying it so far. It's a solid 8.5 out of 10 for me. I think it's promising, right?
Man, for me, it's a solid 7.5. It
Mm,
doesn't reach an 8 at all.
yeah.
But I get you. It's got potential. Shit tons of it. Huh? Don't get me wrong. It
Yeah.
does. But it's still gonna take a bit of time.
That's for me where that extra point comes in. It's a faith point, you know.
It's a faith.
It's a faith point. It's a faith
point.
point.
I get you.
B plus, you know. Plus for effort and potential. And yeah, so that's it. That's pretty much everybody. You've seen how it plays, kind of. It's fun. And now Jack and I will quit the stream and we'll start a new stream where we're just going to play us for fun with lots of cursing and lots of frustration and excitement and all that. If you want to watch that, you can. This video is going on Jack and Papu on YouTube. Anything else you want to say, Monsieur Jacques?
Pas du tout. T'as tout dit, quoi. Ça va.
All right. Wonderful. Thanks, Jack.
Yeah, thank
you, Win. And see you, everybody, soon. Many kisses. Try it out on Xbox Game Pass if you have it. Otherwise, there's a Steam sale going on right now. Otherwise, full priced, about $15.99 or $16.99 or something. That was Rematch, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.